I promise I won't make this whole thing about Anton Yelchin just this beginning part, but he really was a special actor. He was a pretty great talent, and if you've ever seen Green Room, you know exactly what he could bring to a role. I was very excited to be able to see them in this movie, and it's gonna be a theater experience that I treasure, being able to check him out one more time. Today we're talking about Thoroughbreds.
I don't have any feelings, ever. And that doesn't necessarily make me a bad person. It just means I have to work a little harder to be good.
I'm sending you to boarding school. After that, you're off my payroll.
You hate him. You despise him.
Honey, you can't go in looking like that.
I'm fine.
Let me just...
I'm not gonna have to stand here all day like a robot repeating myself. I'm fine, I'm fine, I'm fine, I'm fine.
You ever think about just killing him?
How would you?
Thoroughbreds is written and directed by Cory Finley, and it stars Anya Taylor-Joy, Olivia Cooke, and Anton Yelchin. As I was saying, Anton Yelchin was quite an actor, and he's very good in this movie. And his role in this movie is one that's very needed. Most of this movie is taken up by Olivia Cooke and Anya Taylor-Joy, and while they are both absolutely superb in this movie, I mean, just incredible. Anya Taylor-Joy is shaping up to be quite the genre actress. I love what she's doing with her career, and Olivia Cooke is captivating in this role. They are constantly playing off of each other, and Anton Yelchin's performance and his character are desperately needed to break up this tension in the movie and to provide a sort of extra comedic relief and also a level of levity and humanity into the movie, and his performance is quite good, and I'm very, very excited that I got to see him in the movie. As I was saying, Olivia Cooke is really spectacular in this movie. She plays a character that no longer feels emotion, and while I feel like that role and her performance could have been very wooden, it's exactly the opposite. I mean, she is saying things in a very serious way. She's saying things in a very deadpan way, but it comes across with a lot more depth than you would expect from a character that you would think has no emotion. She says so much with her eyes in this movie, and especially in one scene in particular, I was very impressed with her performance. And Anya Taylor-Joy can go to places that I haven't seen such a young actress go to quite often. She's really quite good in The Witch, despite my not loving that movie. I know, shocker. I'm such a horror fan, but I really don't like The Witch. And she is especially good in Split. And I would say that she is excellent as well in Thoroughbreds. But that's enough about the performances. Let's talk about Cory Finley for a second. Now, Cory Finley is a playwright, and I could definitely tell when watching this movie. One of my only issues with this movie is that while the story is great and incredibly well thought out, I did feel the plot of this movie. It very much felt like one event to the next, to the next, to the next, and it didn't have a level of spontaneity that I think this movie could have benefited from. Now, I don't actually mean real spontaneity. I don't want people pulling a Will Ferrell and just kind of deciding whatever happens on set. I just felt like the next action was definitely telegraphed. I could feel the writing, if that makes any sense. But goodness gracious, does Cory Finley have an eye for the visuals. This guy impressed me so much with just how much he could say through the visuals in this film. He teamed up with cinematographer Lyle Vincent to create a starkly interesting looking movie. I mean, this movie has some incredible tracking shots, and the way this film is shot just increases the tension. There's a beautiful shot right near the end of the movie with just a slow move in where the camera just slowly moves closer. And holy cow, was that incredible. I am very excited for Cory Finley's career, and I cannot wait to see his next film. The best way I can describe this movie is that it is funny and mean in all of the best ways. I really like the use of music in this movie. Eric Friedlander has a really interesting score that is equal parts kooky and devilish. It really brings up and ratchets the tension of any scene while simultaneously feeling like you're kind of losing your mind, but in a funny way. It very much so surprises you just how into the music you get, or at least how into the music I got. I really liked Thoroughbreds. It's a really good small movie that I can't wait to watch again and again. If you get the chance to check it out, I'd highly recommend it. I am giving Thoroughbreds a 7.5 out of 10. If you get the chance, definitely check this one out, and make sure to keep an eye out on Cory Finley's career, because I think we're seeing the birth of quite the filmmaker here. Anyway, thank you for watching. Make sure to come back to Razzle for all of our amazing content. Follow me on Twitter at I am Mourar. Follow Razzle on Twitter at Razzle Review, and I'll catch you here next time.